Today we're looking at the Air Jordan 3 Craft Ivories. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers, and today looking at the Air Jordan 3 Craft in the Ivory colorway. Now, latest addition to the Craft line. I really like the Craft line where they're trying out different materials and just different things, different concepts on different, beloved Air Jordan models. We got the Craft 5s. We got 2 pairs of Craft 4s. The olives just dropped, or they're about to drop as I film this. What else? We got Craft 1s. We got another pair of Craft 1s that I haven't shown you guys yet. The olive pair that's coming. There's a lot of really cool things with the Crafts. But anyway, this Craft Jordan 3 features hits of suede and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to talk about the shoe. I'm going to give you a detailed look at the shoe, tell you what I like about it and what comparison I think is probably most apt for this shoe. And then we'll take a look at the packaging, and then we'll talk about legit checking, and then we'll get up out of here. So let's go ahead and start from the bottom up with a quick look at this outsole. First thing you will notice on this shoe is an all translucent, sort of soft pink, tan-ish outsole. Like, to me, this is giving me like all the rose gold vibes. Like, that's, you want, like, for one, I think this whole colorway is probably better suited for the ladies, but you'll be able to get those summer fits off the linen, the Miami Nights, and all that. But those rose gold lovers should love this translucent outsole. Of course, we've also got hits of gray on this little pivot point, and they're on your Jordan branding, not Nike branding, because it's not an OG colorway. And then a little bit of white just to complete the look. Now, moving up to the midsole, it may look on camera like an all white midsole, but there's actually like a really, really soft, like tan, almost a linen colored vibe. Soft tan, soft pink, really depending on your eyes. I like turn this camera down so you can be able to really see what the color is looking like. Turn the lights down, that is. But very cool, very nice. But let's move on to the upper, because this looks like an all white upper. It is not. As the name of this shoe implies, this is an all over ivory tumbled leather on this upper, which is very, very dope. You can see, especially on this side profile, just how tumbled this is, how wrinkly this gets. That's one of the reasons the Air Jordan 3 is my favorite Air Jordan model, even though I wear 1s way more often than I wear 3s. It's just something that's just timeless and classic about this for me. I love it. Anyway, let's back up from the upper a little bit. Let's look at these mud guards. So, of course, you got the signature Jordan 3 elephant print. This time, it's like an ivory pattern stamped onto a gray nubuck. So that's cool. But, of course, you'll also notice that there's a sort of double layer on this mud guard. And that underlay is a nice, like, short-haired suede or nubuck there. Really, really nice touch. You also get those suede hits here where the lace holes are, these plastic eyelets, as well as toward the rear mud guard. Very cool. I really love that suede. It's just a nice added touch. And again, really brings about that whole Craft line. Looking at your tongue, still all over ivory printed, but you'll notice there's a double Jumpman, which is something I'd never seen before on a Jordan 3. But we got the sort of gray or silver embroidered Jumpman there on the tongue. But then you've also got like a silk screened or screen printed tan Jumpman sort of offset for like a little 3D pop out effect. I really like that as well. But let's talk about probably my favorite feature on this shoe. And that is this Nike Air on the back. So this is obviously gives you a lot of like Maniere Jordan 3 vibes with the sort of translucent back tab. But what I like about these is these are actually a Jumpman Air back tab, but it's translucent. It's like an aged, like sort of red, rose goldish aged back tab. But then underneath, you can see there's a Nike logo printed underneath. So you kind of get the Jordan Air and the Nike Air, all the kind of best of both worlds. I really, really like that. Your insole is nothing special. It's a straight up gray insole with a white Jumpman printed on it. And the shoelaces that come in these, they're like an off-white, a tan shoelace, cream colored, if you will. No extra laces came in the box or anything like that. Speaking of the box, let's go ahead and pull that out. All right, so packaging on this shoe is pretty much in line with everything we've been seeing from the Jordan 3s as of late. We got the sort of two-tone, we got that cream, that ivory on 3/4 of the box. Then you got the sort of gray elephant print there. Now, you might not notice, but there is a Nike logo here, but overlaid is a spot gloss Jumpman Air. So depending on how the light hits it, you might see it. But that's a really cool touch as well. Basically mimicking that same effect from the back tab. Now looking at these. Air Jordan 3 Retro, Ivory, Gray Mist, and Cream. Got mine in size 9 because I wear a size 9. Retail on these, $210. Just so you know, this little retail suggested retail tag should not appear on these shoes. And has not for quite some time. So there's one of your legit checking indicators to show that what I got in my hand is not the actual retail shoe. Elephant print on the paper inside, and that's your packaging. Now, as far as legit checking indicators, it's kind of early to tell because these shoes aren't set to debut until March of 2024. But I will tell you that I did a black light test on these, and there was marks all over this shoe. My black light died, so I don't have any batteries to show you, but there were marks all over, like right here, like center lines, showing like the lines right here, like basically everywhere where there is like new material shown sewn on, they had guidelines all over it. That's something you want to look out for. Other than that, as far as legit checking these in particular, you always want to take a look at the shape. This toe box, it's probably correct, but most of the Jordan 3s we've seen like that cut just be a little bit lower. But since it's like a double mud guard, it's probably as good as it's gonna get. Other than that, you'll want to look at like just sort of sizing and scaling differences, but that type of stuff you can't really look at unless you got the retail shoe in hand as well. All in all, this is a super dope shoe. I really like it a lot. It's like I said, I feel like it's probably going to play better for the ladies. I think if you missed out on the Maniere Jordan 3s, this gives you some of the same vibes. And if you like the linen fits and the rose gold and all that, these will be right up your alley. But anyway, let me know if you're going for these. I think they're coming out in March. Like I said, retail price $210. It's kind of high for a Jordan 3. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw these on feet, and I'll see y'all in another review real soon. Peace.